So if you want to make more sales, in this video, I want to share with you just 4 words that you can use that'll help you close more business. Welcome, first of all, to 4-Minute Friday with me, Brian Conway from 𝗪𝗂success.co.uk. And although I know many of you have, but if you haven't joined me before and you found me for the first time, then this is where I take just a few minutes on a Friday to share with you a sales tip, a strategy or a tactic that will help you retire your quota sooner if you're a sales professional or grow your top line if you're a business owner. So as I said, today I want to share with you just 4 words that are quite emotive in nature and therefore can have a real impact on the compulsion or the motivation that you can create for your customer to purchase your product or service, or ultimately a solution to their needs. So what are the 4 words? Well, the 4 words are impact, effect, implications, and my favorite, consequences. So that's impact, effect, implications, or consequences. So it's just a matter of using these words in your questioning activities, so weaving them in. So what might be the impact of this to your organization, or how will this affect the people who work for you, or what would be the implications to the launch of your new product if you don't meet those specific timelines, or what would be the consequences of not achieving that particular outcome. Questions like that, when you can ask a question about the scenario, the situation that your customer finds themselves in, which is what we're trying to identify and understand more, hoping that within there is a need for our product or service, just adding these words, impact, consequences, as I said, effect, or the implications of, then you're really starting to focus more on the outcome of that situation rather than just the facts around the situation, if you see what I mean. And at the end of the day, it's an outcome that ultimately we should be focusing on, because it is that outcome, it's that change from where the customer is currently to where they want to get to. That is ultimately what they are buying. That's where the value is in the thing that we sell, whether it's a product or service or whatever it might be. So understanding what is that outcome, what is the effect of this situation on a business, what is the impact it's having to the business, to the people, what's the consequences of achieving it. So remember, consequence can be positive as well as negative, although it tends to have a more negative connotation. But remember, a consequence can be a positive thing as well. So what's the consequences of not taking action? Would be the consequences of achieving this particular outcome? And as I said, who does that affect, and what is the impact of that, and what is the implications to not only the business, but as I said, also to the people. Now, I know I primarily sell and help B2B type salespeople, but this does help if you sell B2C as well, because nothing happens in isolation. There's always, an effect or a consequence of something to not just the individual, but also, could be to people's family or to work colleagues or something else, even in a more kind of domestic or social kind of sale, if that's what you do. But particularly when you're selling to business, which I do, and help B2B salespeople, these 4 words are very important, will really help you understand, as I said, the impact of the problem, and that is ultimately what we want to sell, because that is where the value is, and that is where we'll find the motivation for somebody to take action. So 4 words, remember those, write them down: impact, effect, implications, and consequences. Hope you found that useful. Well, you will if you apply it, obviously, but I trust that will make a difference to your sales success, which is my ultimate objective of this training. So thanks for your time. Hopefully not much more than 4 minutes this week, but again, knowledge isn't power. It's only powerful when it's applied. So take that with you, and as you go into next week, use it in your sales calls and your customer conversations, and recognize the impact and effect and the consequences positively that will have in your ability to close more sales. Take care. I'm Brian Conway. This has been 4-Minute Friday. Have a great weekend and a great week of selling ahead. Bye.